1 second of distraction can lead to tragedy, but 1 second of a hero's reflex can create a miracle. Can bare hands really be stronger than shields of steel? Join Fast Instant Karma as we explore that power in real-life superheroes. Never take your eyes off children, not even for a second. If it weren't for the father's decisive action and that timely discovery, today's tragedy would never have had a miracle ending like this. In a desperate situation surrounded by smoke and fire, a hero stepped up. With pure courage and quick thinking, the driver successfully rescued a grandmother and her 1-year-old grandchild. A sudden avalanche turned a mountain climb into a breathless fight for survival. In that exact moment, teamwork shined through, pulling him back from the brink of life and death. In a tense playoff game, when the referee suddenly collapsed, the whole arena witnessed the greatest defense in league history. No shot needed, Miles made an incredible steal, stealing life back from death. Everything seemed normal until this driver suddenly hit the brakes. And this is why. Amid the family's carelessness, thankfully the child crossed paths with a driver this caring. The rain might soak your clothes, but honestly, the driver's kindness warmed a soul that was freezing cold. In a world that's always in a rush, images like these are the ultimate medicine for the soul. Don't forget to share this video to spread the warmth. When a cry for help couldn't be spoken, a fateful scrap of paper said it all. The quick thinking of the staff at Dillon Animal Hospital turned a silent signal into a spectacular rescue, saving the girl from her dangerous boyfriend. A perfect 10 for courage and intuition. Fire may burn hot, but this man's courage burns even brighter.
Tell him to come to the window!
You're still on channel 1, are you?
He's like a real-life Spider-Man. No CGI, no safety ropes, just a heart of steel.
Who else is up there? Okay, I'm gonna go up front. I'm at a car. That's okay.
After an 11-hour standoff when a baby fell into a deep well, a 14-year-old boy decided to do what most adults wouldn't dare. The moment both children surfaced, the entire scene erupted in tears. Young Christian's bravery wrote a real-life fairy tale. The uniform might be tucked away in a closet, but a veteran's courage never retires. His incredible reflexes stopped a dangerous situation right in its tracks. A textbook response! A costly lesson for anyone trying to make a living the dishonest way. Oh my gosh! Please never let a child out of your sight, ever! Using a makeshift float, Brazilian police successfully rescued an exhausted jaguar. The big cat is now safe and getting medical care to help it get back to the wild soon. Looking at this, I realize that kindness doesn't depend on your circumstances. It depends on how you choose to live. Faster than fire, faster than rescue crews, faster than any procedure. It could only be a father's instinct. Thankfully, no one was hurt after the accident. Death was knocking at the door, but it ran straight into the fierce resistance of these brave nurses. Their quick reflexes and professionalism successfully pushed back the danger, reclaiming the old man's life just as the golden hour was running out. Oh gosh! A 14-year-old girl slipped from a ride seat and was left hanging more than 7 meters in the air. Luckily, a group of strangers moved as one, creating a human safety net that led to an absolute miracle. Instead of speeding past, he chose to brake using his own car to save someone. No explanation needed, only the heart can do something this extraordinary. Despite their differences, the friendship between these children is growing in the most beautiful way. What do you think about this? The only hope keeping Kenia alive in hospice was a ticket to see a Florence and the Machine concert. But when her condition suddenly worsened, it meant the doctors had only one way left to help her fulfill that dream one last time. More than a physical gift, the jersey Mitrovic handed over himself became a huge source of encouragement for the boy. Superheroes aren't only in movies, sometimes they appear as a 17-year-old boy. The raging flames could have destroyed the farm, but they couldn't break Tyler Holder's determination to protect life.
Stop! It's gonna keep catching. It's still on fire.
Hey, babies. Baby, they're so cute. Oh, mama. Well, you did good finding a human. Me. She's so stressed.
I'm sure they don't get into that storm drain either.
Oh, there she goes. There they go. Go to mama. Go to mama. There she goes. She's so happy.
Disasters may be harsh, but they will always be overcome by the power of kindness. Amid the raging flood, human resilience was the only thing left standing. And that refusal to give up was rewarded with a miracle. The match may pause, but kindness doesn't. By joining forces to push an ambulance through trouble, these soccer heroes created one of the most beautiful team plays in history. Amidst the busy crowd, no one noticed the child struggling in the water. Then, like a miracle, the man in the white shirt appeared just in time to stop a tragedy nobody wanted to see. They say not all heroes wear capes, but this one actually does. Did you see how fast he moved to rescue that officer? With just one sharp look, this employee managed to grab the baby from the arms of a mother who had lost consciousness. Thankfully, the mom ended up being okay. Erbil is submerged in floodwaters, but kindness will never be drowned out. With patience and dedication, this young woman wrote a new definition of customer service, serving with all her heart. When courage is multiplied by unity, every tragedy gives way to something extraordinary. OMG, what an incredible burst of speed and courage! Without a second of hesitation, he saved the child from the grip of death just in time. Maybe this is why a father is always the strongest support in a child's life. A giant creature in distress called for a large-scale rescue, one where top experts and heavy equipment had to step in. Amid raging floodwaters in Illinois, driver Mike Wilson helped a grandmother and 2 children escape a sinking, flooded car. Superheroes don't always need superpowers. Sometimes they just need to show up at the right moment. This tiny panda cub found its guardian angel just as life was fading away under the scorching sun. Thank you for rescuing the poor dog from the frozen snow. Your kindness truly makes a difference. Sometimes the sincerity of a child is what touches an adult's heart in the most unexpected way. A tiny gift was given, but it was enough to make a long, tiring day feel so much lighter.
Merry Christmas! Thanks for the snacks, I'm gonna enjoy these.
Even with the gold medal within reach, Simon Cheprot chose to set aside personal glory to help a fallen rival at the very end of the race. He didn't just cross the finish line as an athlete, he became a great symbol of compassionate sportsmanship. Seeing a tiny, barefoot figure all alone on the overpass, the bus driver knew exactly what he had to do. A loss of control sent the car straight off the dock, putting both people and pets in danger. Thankfully, real-life heroes arrived in time, broke open the car door, and got everyone out safely. Nothing but respect for that courage, a beautiful act that lit up the whole street.
You got this, sir. You got this.
Window. Hey, give him the mouth. Nazar.
A 60-minute rescue mission has ended in success in northern Syria. With the help of specialized equipment, rescue teams safely pulled a 4-year-old girl out of a deep well. You could say their dedication is the strongest support people have in the hardest moments. This is exactly why you should learn first aid today. It only took a few seconds, but the family's teamwork saved that little boy's life.
You okay?
For many, the ball is just part of the game. But for him, it was a dream he'd never touched until this moment.
You're making this the hardest ball ever! I swear to God! Finally, what, Marcus?
A scary situation unfolded as a stranger kept following a mother and child, forcing them to take cover in a nearby shop. Despite everyone's efforts to stop him, the man ignored the warnings and continued the harassment. Luckily, a young wrestling champion stepped in, pinning the suspect down until the police arrived. The hospital room isn't dark today because our little sunshine has officially made it through the storm. At 17, Claire's heart suddenly skipped a beat mid-game. But look at this, time seemed to stand still as everyone stepped up to become her human heartbeat. In the middle of a tense match, a fan suddenly collapsed in the stands. Without a second thought, Kona Ledesma and Jose Marie left the pitch to help, a beautiful display of true sportsmanship. Even with pine oil flames surrounding the cabin, the driver kept a steady hand and got the vehicle safely to the fire station. This wasn't just a quick fix, it was the act of a true hero protecting everyone around him. Do you believe in kids' superheroes? Look at how this 10-year-old girl made a miracle happen to save her little sister. Let's honor the most amazing hero of the year. looks like an accident just happened. Watch closely. The witnesses are moving fast to get the victim to safety. Incredible! Seeing people look out for each other like this is truly priceless. Meet a rising star in the pull-up world by accident. Thank goodness the owner showed up just in time to save this little weight from a painful free fall.
It's right there in the bushes.
What?
The fire!
Oh.
It's in the bushes!
In the middle of a fire breaking out, a stranger driver's timely intervention became the turning point that saved a struggling family from tragedy. The heat didn't just test the dog's endurance, it tested human compassion too, and thankfully this time, kindness won. A driver's carelessness caused a dangerous situation on the street. But this is also proof that kindness shows up right on time.
Happy birthday to you.
A meaningful surprise for a 100th birthday from some very special
Happy
friends.
birthday, dear Mercy.
A simple gesture, but one filled with so much love from these sanitation workers to their favorite customers. If you think protection only comes from men, just look at how this woman took total control of the situation. A rescue even more intense than the competition itself. Leave a like if you think that silent hero deserves a Medal of Honor. Though they were still so young, these two boys did something not every adult could do. They forgot the colors of Clemson and Louisville to remember the only thing that mattered: a colleague needed help. They were just passing by, but they became the reason things didn't spiral out of control. Thank goodness for kind hearts.
I keep that, Rita.
We saw it out there trying to. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wow, that was bad.
Thank you!
Holy shit.
Looks like a road rage incident, right? But the truth is, these strangers were racing against death to pull the driver's life back right there behind the wheel.
So he's okay.
This is his fault.
Like I said, I'll
When saving a life is the top priority, it doesn't matter who puts out the fire first. Shout out to the water truck driver for stepping in right on time. Instead of standing by like everyone else, this driver used his massive truck to help police bring the chase to an end. A truly courageous decision. A small mistake can lead to disaster, but a little help can turn everything around. Seeing the car pulled back into place just shows how magical the power of unity really is.
You gotta get out the car. But the guy has to get help.
The river might sink the car, but it can't sink courage. And sometimes, that alone is enough to change everything.
Yes, but why would you do something like this? Heroes, thank you. Thank you. Good catch.
There's just so much kindness captured in this one moment. A dangerous situation was instantly diffused by the father's timely lead. Sometimes, all the world needs is a hand reaching out at the right moment. Spread the power of courage by liking the video and subscribing so you don't miss our latest episodes. Fast Instant Karma will be back soon with even bigger surprises.